How's it going, guys? It's White Boy Reactions. Coming out another reactional video, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to be reacting to Astartes 1 to 5, and big up Wintermute versus Necromancer for recommending us to react to this. This is something that I don't think I've ever really done before, so this is going to be quite new for me. It seems like obviously I don't look into things. I quite like my reaction to be very, very natural indeed. But from what it looked like some Warhammer fan stuff, but I don't know if actually Warhammer made this or it is a fan thing. I'm not really too sure. I don't really know too much about Warhammer. I know the Space Marines, I think these are in these ones. I know obviously the Orcs and the other things that I don't really know, and Chaos and things. I played a lot of Warhammer in the Total War franchise. But this might not be related to to Warhammer at all. So yeah, let me know, guys, if this video is gonna be related to the Warhammer, you know, the Warhammer franchise, I guess you could say, or the game or whatever. But we're gonna be reacting to this. It's quite a long video, so just make sure you you know, kick back, relax, and let's see what we got in store today. Let's go. The Algosa uprising has been checked. Retribution of stars. Oh, fuck it. Okay, I didn't read that properly. My bad. What is blurry? Why is it so blurry? I do apologize if it looks blurry, guys. Space Marines look mean to me. I mean, the Space Marines look fucking sick. So I don't really know, like I said, I don't really know much about the sort of universe of this Space Marine sort of stuff, so I might not know too much about it, but I'll try to analyze it as best as I can. God, it's really blurry. I don't understand why. Must be my bad connection today. Oh, that went from 0 to 100 very quick. They remind me of Cylons. I don't know if you guys watch the Battlestar Galactica sort of stuff, but it's these Space Marines, obviously Cylons with robots, but these just remind me of fucking Cylons. They look mean, man. But they're not, obviously. They look very different, but it just reminds me of it. They just get splat in like 2 seconds. Oh shit, they got a freaking 50 cal now. Is that even damaging them? It didn't even do anything to them. What? This thing's gory. I like it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, can't survive this game. Just casually. He's still alive! They've gone from using like small arms, like heavy artillery, and it just does nothing. It doesn't even scratch your armor, it feels like. Holy hell. Oh, that's interesting. Got their spine kicked to their head. Fair enough. It's a diversion. Oh, shit. I don't know who these guys are. I want that one. Oh. Oh, that's close. Wait, are they robots? Not robots. I thought the Space Marines were like people. I remember playing a Warhammer game a long time ago. When it looks in here, it looks like red. Maybe I saw it. I have to look back at that. Yeah, I thought they were. Maybe like the Spartans of the Halo, you know, the Halo universe, where they're like been made by science to like become the super soldier. Maybe that's what they're doing. Yes, he has red eyes. Maybe he just has a red eye. I thought it was like a robot looking one though. That's that big foot.
Astartes.
Okay. I don't know what this thing is, but fair enough. fuck? Must take them. Oh, he's even possessed. Oh, shit. What is it with this going from 0 to 100 every time? Holy hell. I don't know what that was all about though, that was cool. Magnetic. Oh, that was a nice transition. Is this chaos? Is this chaos? It kind of just reminds of it with tentacles and weird shit. Maybe it's not, I don't know. He's not a robot. He's a baldy. Was that it? Ah, that was interesting. Maybe just Project Possible. Ooh. What are these ones? They're orange now. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's very different from what we're used to doing. It's not an easy thing, but it started off quite. It just reminds me of Star Wars. It just straight up reminded me of Star Wars. But then obviously it kind of jumped into it. Now, if you guys are very big fans of the Space Marines, Warhammer, I don't know where this was related to. Let me know in the comments, guys, if this is related to Warhammer or if this is Space Marines. I'm pretty sure it is a Space Marines that looks exactly like him. It might not be though. I'm pretty sure it is. And they're kind of all like kitted up soldiers ready to go. Again, they look like the Cylons at Battlestar Galactica. If you guys don't know what they look like, go and look at the Cylons. They don't look like them. In a sense, Cylons are very tall, quite slim. But it just reminds me of that robotic feel to it, you know what I mean? Obviously, they're not robots, so we know that. Then it seems to say, it's mentioned something about rebellion. So I think this is either kind of like going back in time and showing like, oh, you know, the rebellion ended. Or this is like the last remnants of the rebellion. You know, these are the last people they're going to finish. And of course, it kind of similarly relates to Star Wars, doesn't it? Very similarly, except when the rebellion wins, where this it doesn't. So, unless the Space Marines are doing the rebellion, we never know. Again, I'm not too sure about the Warhammer universe. This was so cool. Like all this fighting stuff. These guys don't die, man. Their armor's thick as shit. I mean, they used from like you had these small arms here, didn't you? With them, like the casual machine guns. I take it. I don't know what. Obviously, sort of rifles these are, you don't know. They're not like STGs or like M4s and stuff like that, like the Space Marines sort of stuff. Then you kind of went to that big 50 cal under the thing. Okay, he was using a laser rifle. But even so, look, they're using that light machine gun now. Still didn't do anything. Then they used this big 50 cal sort of round, because obviously when you see the muzzle like that usually tends to be high caliber. I don't exactly know why. I think it's when the bullet projects out of the barrel, it needs to create it needs to release the pressure in order of it to go in the direction. I don't know, but that usually represents very high caliber rounds. And I mean, it shot him in the legs. I thought the legs were going to blow off. It didn't. It's just kind of like normal, you know. And then this was pretty cool when he stabbed someone, though. That was pretty sick, this bit. He just knows, look. Bang. And then there was the extent of getting like this giant sort of artillery thing that sprayed, like, look. Maybe if he carried on standing there, he would be obviously killed. But again, it was just like he could take a good pound and it just didn't really do too much. But this was quite a cool fight. I wasn't too sure if any Space Marines died, but it seems like these guys were kind of wrecked. And as you can kind of tell that these guys are like the leaders of the rebellion. They have magic, it seems, and their spines are connected to their head, which is interesting. Again, this might be a part of the universe, but I don't know this stuff. Yeah, I mean, the cinematics very, very good, and I like the idea that it doesn't use a lot of voice, vocal audio. I really quite like that. It's quite a suspense thing, and you see that with a lot of fan-made things. There's not a lot of obviously vocals, is there? I mean, usually, whether or not it's on purpose, I think it's more the vocals are quite expensive. There's quite a lot of time going into vocals. You got to obviously time it perfectly with this. You got to record it. I think it was maybe they didn't have the amount of money, the time, the resources, the people, whatever you want to call it, or maybe they just didn't want to. I feel like it's a bit of both. I feel like they didn't really want to because it played out very well, but I feel like it would have taken a bit more time maybe from when they wanted the project to be released. But yeah, they were able to control these Space Marines, which is really cool. I don't know what these sort of people are, but they're really, really cool. But eventually, you know, straight for the back of his head, bang, dead. So ripping out their spines kill him, so they get. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know what the whole mission is. They seem to go to this ball thing, and there's this person. And I think this person is a part of them for now. Obviously, until it changes. These must be the commanders, or like the leaders of the Marines, which are pretty cool. I don't know what's the point in going into this place. Again, I don't know what the resemblance of this is. I don't know what this person is. Has some importance though, because obviously the transition through screens makes it quite important. We're kind of following the Space Marines along here, and look, we're kind of seeing it from their point of view, looking at the body. I don't know if we're looking at it like, what is this, or it's like they kind of know, but the way they just walk past it, it feels like they know where it is. Could be wrong though. But one thing I find really interesting is this ball thing. So it tried to keep him at bay. Look, it fired like a pulse wave, didn't really do much, they carried on. It then obviously fires another one. When it does. Nope, it's not going to, never mind. It does one then. And it carries on. And it fires another one. So I don't really know what this thing is, for one. Or two, why they were there to do it. Because they stabbed that thing in it, didn't they? They stabbed these, like, injective needles. Injected it with some form of liquid or something. I don't really know what they did. But then they got sucked in, which I don't think they expected to happen. Now, what it was like... I was really confused. Are they inside this, or are they not inside this? Is that thing there and this related? Is this like they've caught this and they've chained it up in this thing so it can't do any damage, and they're trying to like understand it, like intelligence sort of wise? I don't really know. But you have this sort of this person here. I don't know if he's like a priest or something of some sorts. But it seems like this necklace has some relevance, which I think is the necklace of their like group. I know the skull is a Space Marine skull. I know they have that on their shoulders sometimes and things. I've realised that. But I know. Sorry, I don't know, but I think this is that this is like some form of you know, like you know when people have the cross, you know, the Jesus cross, and they use that as kind of like a symbol of prayer, or they use it as some form. Sometimes even in exorcisms and stuff, they usually hold it. Then there's a sort of like tool. So I think he's using that to kind of maybe keep him on track. I don't really know. Maybe he's using that for willpower. I don't know, but it seems like gods and. Or maybe gods, but magic and stuff seems to be quite heavily in this game, which is interesting. But then he kind of got sucked in. So he's kind of like, he was praying to get inside this thing. He's finally got inside it. It's kind of like transformed him in it. But the one thing I found really interesting was like, watch this. When he comes back, watch. Did it say killed him? I think. Hold on. You must take them. Then bang, look, his head moves right. And then look, he looks at him and he just like somehow knows. I think he knows that either this Space Marine dude's inside his head, or he's like you know, that battle hardened warrior, which I think he is, and he just knows. Do you know when you just have that instinct? And I think he just knows. He just knows that sanctions are right. He then commands one of his Marines to go. And I think he's like, fuck, and he's going to get those guys back. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's got some like woodpecker for masks though. Then look, they kind of realise he's shaking and they're a bit like, what the fuck's going on? I love that when he comes up. Then it drops. So that's kind of like, again, that cinematography is kind of representing that he's been, you know, changed, or he's been taken over, which I think he has been taken over. Whether or not he's, because again, it's a fan-made trailer. We don't even know if this is any part of the Space Marine timeline, the actual Warhammer timeline, or their timeline to be specific, or who this person is, what these people are. You know, these could be their priests who maybe try and solve this. Their scribes, maybe. You know, they seem to be intelligence, not fighters, though. And they have to like kind of keep that to keep them sane. And when they dropped, you just knew that they're not that person anymore. And I mean, this guy's insane. Like, he walks over to him, and it's really weird because look, I mean, he's massive. So I don't know what these flashbacks are. I don't know if these are like, look, I don't know if this is, yeah, this must be the guy in this mask thing having these flashbacks. So I think he's kind of seeing, obviously these are Space Marines, and hold on, like they're Space Marines is what it looks like, and maybe they're not. Sees him there, and he's like, look, and you see the skulls in. Oh no, it won't be too far back. Try and pause it. Like, that just reminds me of Chaos. You know, Chaos in the Warhammer's quite like the ultimate sort of killer in it. Takes over everything, really. So maybe that's not. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I'm not really too sure. Then look, that happened. So I don't know what the fuck that is, boys. Like, he's gonna let you this shit, and then he just clonks his head like into pieces. Look, bang, and then he shoots him. So they have seen this before. They know exactly what they're dealing with. And I mean, not only he just smashed, I mean, he smashed that guy's head, didn't he? I mean, look, watch. You see it, look, the blood splatter. He then grabs the machine gun to then shoot him even more. So that obviously, from someone like me who doesn't know what the fuck's going on, that's kind of telling me this is some serious thing. Not only smashed his head in, which obviously killed him, his body flops on the floor, he then had to shoot him. I think it's Chaos. And they've sent the Marines to get these back because they know, look. And then they start sucking them in. Was that tentacles then? Hold on. Yeah, look, I think that's Chaos. Obviously, Chaos tentacles and things. I could be wrong though, because I know there's Chaos Space Marines. And this could be how they become Chaos Space Marines. And then when he gets sucked in, watch, it goes in this bit and you see all the tentacles going on his arm and things. Watch. Look. So you're seeing him how he is, and then it like kind of transforms. It's really interesting. I don't know what that was. I think that's his. Oh, that's his arm. Look, that's kind of like Chaos, isn't it? Yeah. And it's like connected as one, and then it breaks. I don't know what all that was about. But then he gets teleported to like this place. He throws up some shit. And then he's in this place. I don't know what this place is. It looks like some very big people sat on these chairs and died, and they all stood around it. Maybe this is the realm of Chaos. Maybe this is where it all begins. This is like, I don't know. It's like there's so much that could happen in this. Obviously, if you knew the Warhammer series a little bit more, or even this backstory, you would probably guess where this is. I have no clue. The only Warhammer experience I have, I know the board game. A lot of people I knew in school used to play it all the time. At lunchtime, I didn't personally play it myself. I wasn't really that interested, but I do like the sort of like variety. You have Chaos, you have the elves, you had the wood elves, didn't you? You have the orcs and the goblins as one. And then you have a few other things. I kind of learnt most of it from the Total War. Again, the Space Marines are not in the Total War. I think they're like two different sort of Warhammer things, but Chaos is in it. I think Chaos is everything, and I like it. I like the story. I don't know who came up with it, but hats off to them, whoever came out. It's quite an in-depth mind in order to produce something like that. But I quite liked it for a short sort of a short movie. I don't know how many people worked on it, but I mean, look at the graphics. They're very, very good. Again, for you gotta remember, it is a fan made. It's not anything like wow. But I tell you what, for a fan made, it is wow. Personally, and that's from someone who doesn't know much about Warhammer or the Space Marines to be specific. But I know about Chaos and know a little bit behind it. And I do really like it. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed it, if you think that it's not very good, if you feel like they shouldn't have done this because it's not right with the Warhammer franchise or the Space Marines to be specific again, or you think no, it's an absolutely perfect representation for anyone who has been obviously a long time fan of Warhammer, or anyone who's new as well. It kind of tells what the Space Marines are about. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments of all that stuff. But overall, I quite enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, I quite enjoyed it. I had a bit of a starting off like, oh, we kind of got into it. I'm not really too sure what the story is, but then it really got interesting. Like when they started taking all those shots and they weren't dying, I was like, wow, these guys are pretty hefty. And then it went into that ball thing, got sucked in. You're trying to think, what the hell was this? Ended up in this place. It's just insane. So yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and again, guys, comment down below if you agree or disagree with anything you want to say or anything you want to add on. More than welcome, like always. And again, you guys' support are absolutely amazing. So yeah, so that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is Whiteboard Reactions. Sign off this video. Until the next one, stay safe out there. Until then, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. Peace out.